Hey everybody, just real quick before we start the video of this final Miracle Crew for get together for this year. Just want to let you know this is gonna be kind of Adult Swim, yeah, because Scooby Doo is just PG, but there's some things that as we were talking about the movie that kind of yeah, because I mean anybody who's seen this movie probably knows there's some adult level stuff in there, pretty much like a lot of '90s shows back in the day. But yeah, but yeah, there's some things that got brought up during this that yes, that's why I'm saying Adult Swim. Um, and I didn't intentionally put that on any of our other previous videos there, even though they're in the Adult Swim playlist as well. But I just sort of put them there. But yeah, this one specifically is gonna be Adult Swim. Yeah, so just letting you know, you'll see why when you hear some of the things that are mentioned there. Enjoy. What's going on, everybody? This is
Hello,
the Scooby Gang is finally here.
Hey.
Yo.
Finally! Yes!
Yeah,
We back.
yes, this is our final.
Jeez!
Zoinks!
Well, gang, it's not the final. This is not the final time that we're gonna meet, but this is the final time for this year, 2025.
Yes, indeed.
So yeah, this is finally get together before we go because holidays. We're all gonna be doing our own
All
thing.
different
So.
things. We got every family stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So that's why we're doing this one last one to talk about how well the live action Scooby Doo holds up. And oh yeah, I'm gonna forget King Gabe.
The one, EJS, is here in the house.
Rain coming in with the storm.
And Queen Tina.
Oh yeah, pretty much Fred, Shaggy, Bill, and Daphne.
That's it.
Yeah.
And this will be
And of course Brownie, our special guest. Scooby Doo.
Scoopster.
Yep.
Yep.
Because Brownie's a big Scooby Doo fan. Matter of fact, him and Emily reviewed this same movie on Royal Talk, and of course there was also Brownie reacts, but we're not going to talk about that one.
No.
That wasn't the best interpretation. The Royal Talk was a little bit better. Yeah, that him and Emily did. Yeah. So yeah, I would advise you to check that one out.
Yes.
After this. So but that's what we're here to all talk about. You know, he got it by heart, and we all
Yep.
saw it. Then yeah, just in case you're wondering why he's on with the pizza, because like Tommy the Green Ranger, he showed up at the last minute with his dragon flute.
With the dragon flute, and then and that's the thing about Tommy and Shaggy. We rock green and we love pizza.
Oh yes. And we also, but we are about to serve Scooby snacks. I was saving that
Yes.
for when he got here.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna have everybody some Scooby snacks here.
I'm gonna give
I gotta be honest, well, I seen Scooby Snack, but I never got a chance to try them.
We're about to try them now.
I had a few in the past from a different one with my niece and nephews, so.
It's a long time since I had some Scooby snacks. Uh-oh.
Yeah, they sealed this one way good.
Oh, you
I
go.
guess they want to
Let's
keep
see,
it
man.
really fresh.
You can
You said they
maybe
got
Shaggy can open them now.
Let's see. Shaggy can open them.
Oh,
There you go.
Shaggy did.
Yeah.
Shaggy been working out.
Working out and eating.
Okay. Oh, I'll let y'all get y'all sprinkle y'all in there first.
Yeah, see, I'm gonna get a little bit. Uh-oh. Which way did it go?
I think of that little rip there.
Oh, there's a little bit.
Yeah, I think you put too much muscle in there, buddy.
I might put too much. Yeah, be careful. Be careful not putting too much muscle in there.
Yeah, don't hulk out on us now.
Oh no, that's another green.
There we go.
That's the wrong green for this topic. That was the last one we had with Marvel. Mm-hmm.
No, you had that red Hulk with Captain America.
There you go.
Yep.
I thought they usually are green. All right. Okay.
Pinky.
Orange?
Yep, exactly what they say on that too. Okay, so we got
Not bad.
like it?
Yeah.
Yep, the Scooby Doo.
gonna tell you, I already know I like them because it's been a long time since I had them, and they're cinnamon, so it's perfect.
I love cinnamon.
It's actually, yeah, it is good. Now, no wonder Scooby do anything for a Scooby snack.
They actually usually look like a round.
Yeah.
Round.
Sort of like a cook, almost like a flat cookie kind of.
Imagine Scooby Doo had its own dog food for dogs in the real world. Their own Scooby snack.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they never did that. I'm like, all these dogs are spoiled around here.
Then you ask them if they'll do it for a Scooby
My
snack.
dog's spoiled. She's not like Scooby.
And you know the funny thing, now this is before we go into the movie, but it's from another Scooby movie. I think there's a theory, like people wonder, who came first? They named the snacks after Scooby, or did they name Scooby after the snacks? So they think, you think about it. If you watch a pup named Scooby Doo, or better get pup name or other cartoons like there's a scene in Dexter's Lab where he pulls out Scooby snacks for a dog. So this is what the theory is. The Scooby snacks was something that was already in production, and Shaggy probably when he first got Scooby, like, I wonder what I'll name. Oh, you really like those? Hey, I'll name you Scooby. I think, and that's what they. Oh yeah, not live action, but the movie Scoob. Scoob. He actually did name. Yeah, there was that. Oh, not that one. And I think it was the second live action movie, the one that went direct to DVD.
I saw.
Is it one of DVD? Not the Monsters Unleashed?
No. The other, it's another one that came.
Oh, there is another one.
That went direct to DVD, and he said I think he named them after the snacks there, or it was in the Scoob movie. But I think that's what the case is, that the name came from the snacks. So that because the pup named Scooby Doo, they even have a Scooby Doo snack factory.
Sure did.
So the snacks must have came first.
If they did make this for dogs, Evie and your dog Chanel would like it.
Oh, you know they would like it.
Yeah, she would probably like it.
Chanel, I'll have to try to fight her.
Oh.
Would have been nice if they had some chocolate and marshmallows to put and dip it in there. Melted chocolate and marshmallows. So it'll be a s'mores dip.
Yeah, like cinnamon.
Yeah.
Sort of like Dunkaroos.
Like a Dunkaroo. I was thinking like a Dunkaroo type of
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I used to when I ate Dunkaroos back in the day, I used to pretend that those were Scooby snacks.
I agree with you. And you know what? Shout out to Dunkaroo for making a huge comeback in the past couple of years, because it was a '90s snack,
and they brought it. Yeah, I even got a few when they brought it back.
I don't know if I tried Dunkaroos as a kid. I saw the commercials as a kid, but I don't know if I tried them.
It's like too rich for me, but whenever I was in elementary, I would beg my mom to get them. And sometimes I would get them, but sometimes I wouldn't have them. And I'm like, really?
Yeah.
I can't have that for my lunch?
It's that a Dunkaroo is a classic elementary school field day snack, like field trip, field day.
Exactly.
Anything with field in it. But I would say back to school now. What other events they have in elementary school that we were all excited for? We was always excited for a field trip.
You said for elementary, right?
Like elementary, we can put middle in there too.
Probably
field day.
Okay, you said pep rally.
Field day, field trip, pep rally.
Oh boy, that might be it.
I think my school had a Halloween parade.
Halloween
parade.
Okay, Halloween parade.
Like anything with spring break, like they always have to get together right before then.
I couldn't remember because my middle school wasn't good times. I never remember most of the. Mine just is a little bit non-detailed to talk about, but I did go to Evangel.
Oh yeah, Evangel.
Yeah, I went to school after a rough 6 months of Ridgewood, which is not a good school. And then I had to redo a grade, and that's when I met him. he has a video about it. Go watch his video.
Yeah.
And it's us talking, and then they have a video too.
Oh yeah, we met. Yeah. Yeah, and of course, the first one was me and Christina last Christmas. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I need to go rewatch that because it's been a while since I watched it, like fully. Yeah, my middle school, I think mainly, I don't remember most of the activities because I never really was into most of the activities, but my main thing I always liked was tennis.
Oh.
But I was that strong one who had a strong right arm who would put it over.
It would just like it would hit the walls or
It would go over.
You sort of had the same arm I had with baseball.
That baseball was my stress relief.
That's because I remember my mom and I playing right out in the front yard.
Yeah.
But because our yard is so short, I always end up hitting the ball outside the yard.
That was me.
And one time I hit that ball so hard, we never saw that ball again.
I say that's kind of like me with. And I never played football on a team or anything like that growing up. Whenever I played in the backyard with my uncle, or we went to Ford Park and played football, I was never good at it. So when I threw, I had like the sloppiest like pass, but I would go high in the air.
Wow.
And I'm like, Lord, I'm glad I didn't hit the road or hit nobody's car. That's my story of strong right hands, right arm.
So, what about the movies?
Okay.
How do we start?
All right. So I guess we start like from the
Very first scene.
very beginning. One thing I definitely admit, I like it now because I will say it's not something. The story wise is may not be what I would have wrote if I was writing Scooby, but I'm a lot more understanding to James Gunn, as we're about to talk about, than I was when I saw it as a kid. Because when I saw it as a kid, I was it was like that scrappy thing, just like I couldn't scream in the movie theater, but I felt like screaming.
You just screamed in your mind.
Yeah, but so what we're about to talk about now is why, like, okay, maybe I okay, James Gunn, maybe I didn't give you enough of a chance there.
So what was saying? We're talking about the very first scene, or we're talking about just the
when they first began the it opened right up with them solving a mystery.
Yeah,
Definitely look up and I'll show you guys after the review the alternate opening.
I was going to actually mention that.
They had that was animated. It's real. I wish they'd have kept it in there.
That would be cool.
That would have been cool, and it would have been a good. That would have been the only time you would have saw the animated Scooby Doo,
and then go right into the live action.
Plus, it's make a great homage to the original.
Exactly.
It really does. And I also have a new. While I was on my mind on Instagram, I saw it was a post of the old commercial on Cartoon Network 2002.
Oh my God.
They showed a live action. So it was live action actors mixed with cartoon actors on the Scooby Doo, of Scooby Doo and other Cartoon Network shows. And I believe Casey Kasem is the name of the original voice, or R.I.P. of Shaggy. His the cartoon is insulting and threatening Matthew Lillard.
Oh yeah, Louis back in action.
Back in action. About, hey man, you made me look like this, that, and third. And next time, Scooby said, next time I'm gonna give you something like that.
You a Scooby.
They had one of Courage the Dog, which is my favorite.
Crossover with Scooby Doo.
He's my favorite. Anyway, they did one together. I didn't watch it fully, but I heard exactly that it was really, really good. I was hoping to do it before, I came. But I recommend watching it. If you like those little, combinations of, of all different back, gosh, I don't know what to say this. Back then.
Back in the day.
Back in those days.
Is Shaggy's original voice actor still around?
I believe he.
Casey Kasem?
I think he passed away. I'm gonna Google it.
Man. But I know at some point, even if I think he may have just kind of retired, and that's when Matthew Lillard took over after the live action movies.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah,
so
unfortunately he passed.
Okay.
2014.
Oh man, that's like 11 years ago. Wow, that long?
Case to case, and that's the pace that matches the voice.
He looked Indian.
iPhone.
I think he was a radio DJ.
He was a television, radio DJ, actor, and television personality.
I feel so jealous of your phone.
I may have saw him on a television show one time.
Anyway,
So
sorry.
okay, so they start off with the Lunar Ghost Mysteries, sort of just to get you in it, and they have it set up it's exactly like the cartoon, even down to the costume. Because first time I was wondering, like, I thought the costume didn't look realistic enough, but then I looked at it some more. The first thing, I'm like, okay, and then I looked at like the old Scooby Doo episodes just recently.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, some of them costumes aren't too different from them. They act. As a matter of fact, there's a ghost in season 1 of Scooby Doo that's just like the one they were after.
I need to rewatch the whole series.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, they got it. So James Gunn did his homework.
I'll say this: James Gunn did his homework, and before we go any further, once we talk more about this movie, how he directed. He was the main director, correct? He was the director. I don't know if it was other collaborators. The way he directed the film, and the way it was written like a fan who watched the entire Scooby-Doo in every iteration of Scooby-Doo and did it right. Like it was the right type of fan service. Some people can do fan service and take it overboard and not do it right.
Yeah.
Some people can completely ignore the fan service and then tick off the audience.
And it's sort of like he did with Superman movie.
And actually, I would say this: he did this Scooby-Doo movie better than Superman, as far as like fan service.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like when you growing up watching Scooby-Doo, and then you see the 70s version, the 80s version, 90s version, the early 2000s, and then the movie. You see how all that is put together and put in the contemporary style, but yet sticks to tradition.
And I think probably it was easier for him to do Scooby-Doo.
It was.
Yeah. Yep. So, but he had it down pretty good. Like, how the traps would, they had the traps up, but it would go wrong. But somehow it always make through because Shaggy and Scooby
somehow get in there, and that first scene where you kick it off. They kick it off right as traditionally, it was never really insinuated directly in the cartoon, but as fans we always knew Daphne's about to get kidnapped.
Exactly.
And,
She's the damsel in
every single time. So
and they actually addressed that.
That was actually right. That was a great decision move for her to actually just be fed up with always getting kidnapped. Then Velma being the brainiac and coming up with the game plan. Freddy being more of the action star, the lead hero, and help forming the plan together.
And he's also full of himself.
And that was another thing.
Full of himself.
That was another thing too.
I think that version of Fred we saw. I think because I just saw the first season of the show. You don't see it quite as much like he does through the plan, but I think that's something that developed in him over the iterations and stuff.
It did because he wasn't really the planner. Velma was more the planner. He was more. You knew just off of the build of Freddy, he could help plan, but he was more physical. Like there had to be a physical altercation.
Right, he was good with the traps.
He was good with the traps. He was good with fights. If anybody had to go throw down, it would have been Freddy. Yeah. But when you see as we continue on with this movie, how things really change and how people's characters, Freddy, Daphne, Velma, Shaggy, how everybody's character evolved, and even Scooby is really, really interesting. Of course, the opening scene, Shaggy and Scooby being themselves.
I know. We know that Velma's a brainiac to groom, and there are times that Velma feels kind of left out at times. And there are times I feel for her because there are times I feel left out in certain situations. And there are other times I feel like I'm used to the lonely persona, like I'm used to being alone. So I feel better alone. But I do my best to just get associated with people.
If you start a conversation, and the person like me, me, you, we can
Yeah.
like I was talking earlier. Just talk about different things, life, day, you know, etc. But I understand through Velma too, because I just wanted to hug her sometimes because she was the mind in most of them. But at the same time, whenever Scooby Doo, the original, back in the day, I used to watch it all the time, and so I felt for Velma because I was like, why don't you use her a lot more, you know, and not use Fred so much as, you know, the Fred so much as a main person saying, oh, this person is this, oh, this is this, and every now and then it'd be either Daphne or Vilma, but it would never be Vilma fully. And she usually was always by herself too.
Yeah. Usually
when they split up.
The cliche split up. It would either be, very rarely would it be Freddie, Daphne, and Velma. It would either be Daphne, and it would be Freddie and Daphne. Then there's Velma, Shaggy, and Scooby, or be Shaggy and Scooby. Velma would be by herself, or it would be Freddie and Daphne by themselves. Velma by herself, and then Shaggy by himself. Maybe Scooby gets lost in the mix in between somewhere. Very rarely. I think there was one of the spin-offs where Freddie wasn't in there, and because there was a spin-off, I don't know what it was, like early '80s or so. But Freddie was not in that series, and Velma was not in the series.
Oh yeah.
So, because I remember with all the different iterations. So it was Daphne, Shaggy, Scooby, and then Scrappy.
Scrappy, and then they had two other characters.
Two other characters, and then there was the big Freddie, Daphne, Velma, Shaggy, Scooby, and Scrappy.
Yeah.
They mixed it up over the years.
Yeah.
And that changes the dynamic dramatically.
Oh yeah.
It really does.
People who would end up together, yeah.
Yeah, they did, and I think that was like I say, you know, they did dress like Daphne. I was in trouble, because I remember in one of the episodes of Scooby Doo they mentioned danger prone Daphne.
Danger prone Daphne. Yeah.
So she so of course they wrap up the mystery and everything, you know, in their own way. Fred takes the credit, and that's where you get the
breakup, and it upsets Velma.
And shout out to the Pamela Anderson cameo, and the villain says, "How could you, Pamela? I am a lover boy of George Clooney proportions."
And I think of her as Barbie. She reminded me of Barbie.
I guess that's why he did. I guess that's why he went to such extreme to get to her.
To get to her, that's it. That's
but a little older.
Yeah. So they kind of have that issue amongst each other, which that's why I say if you're rewatching this now after watching Guardians of the Galaxy, you'll be like, it kind of seems similar.
It set the archetype.
Like, it set some of the stuff up for his inspiration of, I can do better than this and this and this, and add more of this and this and this and this, and it was just like a barrage of things.
Yeah, and I think shout out to Matthew Lillard, real good guy, both you and me, man.
Awesome.
And Christine as well. But I honestly think when they all split up and do I quit too? No, I think when they got him and Scoob got in that Mystery Machine, I think off camera somebody probably caught him crying off camera.
Oh yeah.
When I saw that, Scoob said, "Do I quit?" No, Scoob, we don't quit. And it was a little tugging at the heartstrings, especially as a kid. You're like, nah.
And he said friends don't quit.
That's right.
It's not just friends don't quit, family don't quit, and couples don't quit.
True love don't quit.
As a whole.
Because it's one of those.
Love and friendship.
They all were friends, and it was like a family, but they pulled at the wrong string, and it just finally snapped.
It's
So,
it's like the straw that broke the camel's back.
That's right. That's right.
Yep. So of course, in this case, 2 years they had a 2-year gap. Then this guy comes and tries to get them back to like actually invited them all individually. So when they met at the airport, it's like
Because it was 2 years later, and so they had grown apart, did their separate things, were doing their separate ones. So by the time they went to the airport, they were separately coming in.
Yep.
And I think my favorite one was Vilma because she was just like, you did too? Well, actually, it was Daphne. I can't remember which one it was because it was earlier today that we watched it.
right. It
Probably the.
who do you think it was?
I'm probably gonna say Daphne because she was the most, which a lot of fans would kind of say, prima donna-ish. Kind of, she had the big all suitcase.
Yeah, she
That's
had about
spoiled.
8
Spoiled.
suitcases.
7 suitcases.
7 to 8 suitcases in one little area.
If I was Daphne's character, I would have like 10 suitcases.
10, a whole bunch of them,
And probably somebody carrying them for you.
Yeah, 10 suitcases.
Or and one little dog if you want to go to do
I might
that.
have a dog too.
A white
Or
little
more like a
dog.
cat, maybe a cat.
Cat, yeah,
But
would
that's just, you add on a little bit of something.
One thing I'm kind of surprised that it just came to my mind when he's talking about the suitcases. Remember a pup named Scooby Doo?
Yes.
And she had that Butler Jenkins.
Sure that it is.
Wow, I'm surprised they did not bring that in.
Now that you mention that, y'all missed the mark on that one.
Yeah.
Jenkins, he might. He probably didn't.
Then you probably didn't think of that, but that was just looking back at it now.
If he had watched, because that would have been good to go with her suitcases.
Justin.
That would have really
Right to do that. Yeah, that Butler probably would have had the whole thing carrying the suitcases.
and that would have been a good little clip, little Easter egg right there. And I want to say this too. You notice not only a huge difference in their, you notice that they evolved within those 2 years. They all go their separate ways, but also. Shout out to the costume designers who knew what to tap into. And that 2-year gap, their fashion sense and their style dramatically changed.
Yeah.
Some people say I heard somebody say that they actually like Fred's evolution look better than when trying to,
do
look
the
like
traditional ascot. That was much better.
well, actually the hair and stuff.
Yeah, that was much better because him having that bowl cut wasn't going to work the entire movie. They went for modern day leading man, early 2000s.
Sort of like how they modernized a lot of stuff with the MCU.
Yeah, exactly, and that was perfect. That was great detail. When you know the material you're citing, and you know as a real fan how you would do it. They did
how they would adapt in this time period.
Yeah, that was completely and not just for Freddie, but everybody, because you saw notice Velma, especially as the movie progressed, got way more contemporary. Daphne became way more evolved, but yet she still kind of stuck to a 1960s, 1970s aesthetic, almost kind of a chic type of.
But she was able to whoop some butt.
She was able to whoop. That's the biggest evolution about her.
That's whenever the 2-year gap. She didn't want to be the damsel in distress anymore. She wanted to make sure that they knew that she could defend herself, which I think was a very good thing, because just so whenever they got back together, it would be totally different, but they would still be the same people they knew whenever they saw it, were together.
Exactly.
Just they added on what,
So basically, for 2 years, she went to be Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
and
In the 2-year gap.
in that 2-year gap,
Went slaying vampires.
And I guess that's why she knows martial arts pretty well from her training.
And great casting choice to get Sarah Michelle Gellar, which Freddie Prinze Jr. and Sarah Michelle Gellar actually married in real life. So it's like, boom. And then ironically, your Freddie is named Freddie in real life.
Yes.
And then you get Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Like, come on. Excellent casting.
I never did, but when I was a kid, I wanted to be Buffy in person.
Yeah, oh yeah. And that.
Well, the way she acts, I watched it, but I was not a fan of it, but I knew some of the characters from it because I was watching other series at the time. But I can see why, because all my friends were talking all about, you know, the series and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I know, you know. I was just like, I know, because I heard so much about her. Yeah, you get told so much that it spoils that I want to watch it. That I want to watch it more.
Sort of like in another Scooby Doo movie.
That's what I hated, because that kind of, if you go back, if I went back to myself, that would probably be the way I probably had felt in that position back then. And I recently at GeekCon met one of the cast characters from, no, was it from?
Charm.
Yeah, from Charm.
Oh.
And got a picture with him. But, no, I'm good.
Oh, okay.
I'm good.
So, what I'm saying is, I agree on that, because...
That was a, not to cut you off on
No,
that,
it's fine, go ahead.
but to add on to it was, and that in the day and time now, it would be almost a little bit, I wouldn't say overkill this day and time, but back in that day and time, you had a lot of female action heroes start to become edgy. You know, in the video game realm, we had Lara Croft, and you had Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Xena Warrior.
I've seen Xena.
You had Alias. You had
Ripley from Aliens.
Ripley from Aliens. You already heard her like decade prior, but
Wonder Woman.
I mean,
Wonder Woman.
Aliens, kind of Leia from Star Wars and Ripley from Aliens started up the
it started
female hero, you know, mainstream of.
Yeah, Kim Possible.
Kim Possible was relevant at the time, and before that, of course, in the 70s, Pam Grier, Foxy Brown, they're more that style. And then, of course, in the 90s, you had the Pink Ranger and Kimberly and Kimberly and Trini and Aisha and Kat, and then of course Street Fighter, you had Chun-Li. Mortal Kombat, you had Sonya. There's a lot of females that came, right before, but going back to with the movie with Sarah Michelle Gellar as being cast as Daphne, it was relevant at the time to have Daphne evolve out of the damsel in distress when it was in the 70s
to fit in with what was going on.
To fit in that day and time, and even Velma evolved because she was still the brains. She always was the brains, but her character evolved to where she could be the brains with personality and spice. And I hate to use this word here; it might be a little lewd, but sex appeal. Like she va-va-boomed in some in a way.
Because you did have you have some Velma fans.
Yeah, there were a few parts where it was like a fan base, but at the same time, it was a good. The rural area was good to be played.
And it's kind of a good way of showing that beauty's not just in one particular form.
Right.
Yeah, you have beauty in all different kinds of forms.
And Velma, the other side of Velma, it's like Velma coming out of her comfort zone. Her comfort zone. Like she doesn't want to be something, she just want to be different for once.
And I think there's a deleted scene when she was possessed there. They didn't show it in the movie, but where Daphne found her. Yeah. And it was all. And I can't think of what she was saying, but I mean, he was just like, oh yeah, I feel so free.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that.
And it was almost kind of good because obviously she was possessed at that point, but it was kind of a little scary there. Well, but I know there was there was a big fan base for her there.
That's it.
But let's see what else was next.
After that, because we were talking about we were talking about the airplane scene.
Oh yeah,
and Scooby what about Scooby dressed up like a grandma?
Oh my goodness.
That made me think of Mrs.
Doubtfire.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Makes you think of Medea right now.
Yeah,
That's what I mentioned now.
Make you think of Medea right now. Big Mama's house.
Oh,
Mrs. Doubtfire.
because that Big Mama
and the clumps.
And the clumps, which was relevant at the time.
That's
too.
probably why they did that, because obviously humor. That's that's one of my coworkers at work. Whenever they did something like singing Scooby Doo something like that, their minds was basically, oh look, isn't that funny, kids?
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't that funny? No, yeah, it was just basic laugh.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, but it is kind of which again is for laughs. But yeah, if you're invited to it, just like Shaggy was, and they know you're coming, do you really need a disguise?
Just be yourself.
Just be yourself, but it was the outrageousness of it. I mean, you think about it. It's bad enough when a man dresses up in like an old lady, but to see a dog dressed like you're not gonna see the snout.
Right. Well, that's that Looney Tune logic suspension of disbelief.
There.
Like, oh yeah, it's like Ninja Turtles when they wear trench coats.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because of course a normal person would walk around with as Casey say.
Of course.
Oh, I hate punk rockers, especially ones that are bald with green makeup.
I love Casey and the series.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Everybody kept on saying that. I was like, April. I'm like, no, I am Casey. And I mean literally, the character Casey, because I loved him. Don't get me wrong.
So the fighter sense that he had.
Yeah, the
So did
fighter
you have a
part.
crush on him?
Not really crush.
The way his character was.
His character was, because I was very tomboyish.
Mm-hmm.
Masculine. Anyway, I played a lot. I was into a lot of boy stuff. Like played baseball and all that stuff. So when I saw his character and then saw my name with this character, I was like, oh, there's a character that has my name with it. I want to see how he's act.
Just like perfect.
But out of the Turtles, my two favorites are Leonardo and Michelangelo. If you ask me.
Oh yeah.
But actually, preferably Donatello because the smarts.
Like just like Velma there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So.
Anyway, back to Scooby.
So and it's Scooby. So yeah, of course, there's gonna be some antics with like the cat scene and and also Shaggy having a love interest. That
was an okay thing because, to be honest with me, I understand older, fans not having a scene with a romance like what he'd have, but both of them had, no matter, I'm not going to spoil it yet, no matter what the personalities were, it fit together because she was calm, and all it, very, very likable, and he just started to like her, and it was like a chemistry thing.
Like kind of natural.
A natural chemistry, just like Christina and Gabriel,
Yeah, like when we met, started just talking in Southern now.
Yeah, so, but I know there are fans who don't like that thought, and I understand that's your view on it, but
Well, that's the thing, because you got everybody got their own shipping ideas.
Oh, yeah.
They're fanfic, sort of like people that be shipping Ash and Misty together in Pokemon.
Yeah.
Well, that's like okay. So like as far as like relationships in the series, we know that it really kind of technically, even in the original series, Daphne and Freddie were not officially considered a couple, but they always were paired together. So eventually worked out like that.
That's what he went right for that.
Right for that, which was a smart move.
Yeah.
But I will also say, if you want to go ahead and tell about Velma and Shaggy and the ones that
they have done that with some iterations.
Well, I'm not gonna say together, but Velma finds a love and Shaggy finds a love which is like, you know, you were so used to.
I remember it from the other one, yeah.
From the other, they were not used to putting them in a romantic fling with anybody else. But this time in this movie, which was a smart move because it make their characters grow outside of what you know
Right.
before.
Yeah.
You know, Velma's coming more out of her shell with someone, with the guy, and then the girlfriend or the girl that Shaggy falls in love with. Ironically, now this is where the adults come in. Let me show you how clever the writing is on Scooby Doo. This was a kids movie, but it's also very adult heavy. And what I mean by that, some of the jokes that is in that movie, I did not get to like 10 years later. Like once I reached the age of 18 and I lived a life a little bit, his girlfriend, or Shaggy's girl, her name is Mary Jane.
Right.
So anybody knows what the term Mary Jane is in adult, or you know, as far as adults, it's a substance that people use. Like, okay, so for instance, Rick James, a legendary funk musician, had a band called the Mary Jane Band, and had a girl group called the Mary Jane Girls. Now, my little young naive self, I'm thinking it's just, you know, oh, 4 girls named Mary Jane?
Thinking like Spider-Man now.
Yeah, it's like, no, Mary Jane is a drug.
I didn't know that.
Yes, it's
Yeah, I know that's what a lot of them say, but when I I would be first thing that was coming to my mind was like, you know, Mary Jane from Spider-Man.
Yeah, and you kind of think that, you know, when you're little kids, you think, okay, it's and hopefully it's nothing wrong with me saying that, but I mean, you Google up the term, that's people that don't have to know because there's adults that grew up watching it.
Yeah.
But when you find out, oh, the character's name is Mary Jane because of that, because it was rumored, or the lore of it is Shaggy loves to indulge in said
because of him eating a lot.
And eating a lot. So it's like, oh, that's a, yeah.
I think that's why you say Mary Jane is my
favorite name, and that's
a hint.
That's a hint.
I didn't know.
Yeah,
I knew that.
Yeah, and that was that as you know, like you were saying, when we watched the movie, sort of the cringe from James Gunn there.
Yeah.
Which a lot of that probably seeped into that. Some of the jokes like that is because originally when he was trying to pitch the movie, he was going to make it a full-on parody at first.
Yeah, and I'm glad he did.
But so
I'm so glad he did.
Because I mean, it's the first live action. I mean, I can understand maybe like just, you know, a side thing or something like that.
Yeah.
But you making the first ever live action movie or something and promoting it, you kind of want to do it like the original for the first time around.
Yeah, I'm glad he didn't do full parody because that would have destroyed it.
Yeah.
It was the right blend of parody, fanfic, and just telling the traditional.
Not only if it be off a full grown, it'll be a full parody, but if it was a full parody, we wouldn't get a sequel.
That's
it would
right.
just bomb quickly.
That's right. That's right.
And all the loyal fans of Scooby Doo will be upset.
That's right.
Yeah.
But duly know that's due.
There's a lot of different
because, like I said, a lot of
moments in the movie, but I'm different when it comes to cringe because there are scenes that I'm just like, really? You had to add that?
Like the voodoo scene.
Yeah.
With the chicken, the dead chicken.
Oh yeah, the Arnuki beast.
Yeah.
I still remember the name by heart.
I was, let me put it this way, I was eating in the midst of it, and I had to look away because I did not want, it wasn't because I'm sensitive, I just did not want to see a scene like that while I was eating.
Yeah.
So Christina and Gabe watched it earlier. He had to go to work.
Yeah, had to work.
And so, but he's watched it. So
yeah, I know about it.
So anyway, that scene, I was like, and they questioned me about it. I was like, no, it's just I'm eating. I don't want to see something like that.
Sort of like
while I'm eating, because I do not want to be obnoxious.
So it sort of make me think of you sort of made me think of Chris Tucker from Rush Hour when he asked for chicken over in China. It's like, okay, don't do it in front of me. I like to eat the chicken, but I don't want to eat it in front of me.
Yeah, exactly. Because then you automatically lose your taste for it.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like me. I like fish, but I don't want to. I don't want to see the process.
And I've seen that process for a long time.
Deboning the fish.
I've seen a few.
I
Let's just-
like to see the sight of dead fish.
And they're just
Even
like,
when they're floating, especially when they're floating in the water. I had
Yeah.
goldfish one time when they floated on the water when they died. I freaked out.
Oh, I know.
Well, I
and,
understand.
and then
that.
don't get me started that chef in the Little Mermaid.
Oh yeah.
That's oh my god, that guy
I
did his job
mean-
too much.
Oh yeah.
I never really realized that and never really put it in my mind about that.
Mhm.
I just kind of put it in the back of my mind and didn't think about that because I was just like, no, I'm in Disney. I'm not going to think about it.
Mhm.
I mean, theologically and the world's this definition of how they thought. I saw
Oh
it.
yeah.
So, but yeah.
So yeah, there was some that definitely. Even though it is the original, they did we still got some cringe moments. I mean, it's just even '90s shows,
Yeah.
had cringe moments
Oh
there
yeah. I
before
mean,
this movie even came out.
let's see here if I can find any good moments.
Well, let's see. There was after they landed. I know
They went.
they got to Spooky Island with Mr. Bean, of course,
Yeah.
playing. Originally, it was going to be Tim Curry, but he dropped out because of Scrappy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So they got Mr. Bean, and of course, they check it out because the mystery, of course, is that the teens, something is weird with the teens there.
Yeah.
And yeah, so as they started getting to the mystery, they're trying to solve it on their own, but at the same time, they do end up together.
Yeah.
And of course, here's the plan. Okay, Daphne and I were typical.
No.
Yeah, it's back
She's
to.
like, no.
Yeah.
But later they do end up getting back together, like the team,
Right.
and try to work together, and then it fails. But of course, in Scooby Doo fashion, things
Some kind of way. Yeah.
some kind of way of a pattern, and also, well, I'll let y'all do that. They stopped him from being
Possessed.
possessed, even though it was so close.
I think about the theme park roller coaster.
Oh yeah.
scene.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. After the burger.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. And what was interesting, like I said, back to square one. When they want to, do their traditional split up. They changed. That scene where they actually talk about why do Velma mentioned it. She said, "Oh, typical Fred and Daphne." Yeah, she said something like that, and she's like, "All right, I'll tell you what."
He's like, Fred, it's like I would always pick glass in the glass.
Yeah, I was always pick glass on the team. I said, okay.
Yeah.
It was Freddie and Velma, which then automatically changes that dynamic. And now Daphne and
Was on her
Shaggy
own.
Daphne was on her own. That was very first, and
Yeah.
that was a huge first. And then another adult moment, and I heard it in the theater, and they put the sound and they clipped it right on point. And if you caught it, you caught it. She said, because it was. I remember they in the scene, Freddy's at one point, Shaggy's another, and there's Scooby. And they're like, well, what you gonna do to escape or something like that? Or, well, where you gonna get kidnapped? And Daphne says, don't worry, if they want to sneak up on me, I'm gonna open up a can of 2000 Chinese whoop on them.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, did she just say that?
I honestly, I think I may have missed that, and I just rewatched it.
I caught it, but
I
I was like,
that was one of those clips of, did they just put that in there, and before you know it, it was y'all into the next thing.
yeah.
Okay.
Very slick.
Yeah.
But you see some kids friendly scenes, but of course, as AJ put it, when you're older, you see it in a totally different perspective. The past few little comments and scenes we reference to, you see it in a totally different perspective because you're just like, wow.
Yes. Yeah, that was very clever. I know you said AJ, but I know you didn't say EJ.
Yeah.
I know, I'm messing with you.
Yeah.
But no, that was very clever, very slick for them to do that because in a way, now looking at it, the spinoff that they have with Daphne, Shaggy, and Scooby, them splitting up like that might have been like a slight ode
Yeah.
to that
Oh, to
spinoff itself.
Oh yeah, the 13 Ghosts.
The 13 Ghosts. So that was like a good like split off from that, and then just what else was like really monumental that kind of happened right after that scene. Going off of memory with that. What was the scene with the guy that played Juwanna Mann?
What now? You talking?
The guy that played Juwanna
Oh,
Mann.
talk about the guy who sacrificed
The chicken.
To sacrifice the chicken. That was a. I wondered why they added him in there. Could have been because of Juwanna Mann. Not knocking on his character. It was. I think his character was just put in.
Wait, what was he?
Miguel Nunez. Is that the Miguel Nunez?
The voodoo girl.
The voodoo doctor.
Oh, okay.
The voodoo doctor that was on there. I think he could have been placed in just to.
I think it was just because of the island itself and
Yeah,
the
right,
thing itself. But also he was probably one of those people who had lived there and then saw it grow, and also it just started to get a little paranoid, and so things, you know, because you're on a spooky island. And saw certain things happen, and he tried to do it a different way.
Okay,
you know?
prepare himself.
You know,
right.
the chicken, you know. And then how he said, "Don't go in that
Spooky.
castle."
And what
did
what
they do?
They go in.
They just go in there anyway.
And I think another reason he and probably some of the others may have put in there, because it's a typical Scooby fashion.
Yeah.
They always going to give you both who it is going to be and who it isn't. Sometimes they'll just show you who is it. You won't even see the person who it is.
That's true.
Just like the episode with this alien ghost, space ghost there, and they showed you gotta get off my property. And so first thing people might think like he must be the monster there, and then it turns out it's not him.
Him,
It always be a person that you least expect.
That's right.
Like the person who is not always there all the time.
Exactly.
That's right. A lot of twists and turns, which I know we'll talk about closer to the end of the interview.
Oh yes.
Not the interview, but
the review. Yeah. So they go. So you got the investigation out of the way. The typical antic, which really got kind of brutal because I mean this movie bigger scale.
Yeah.
It was quite a bit of dangers in that house there.
it was.
And
it looked like Bride's horror film.
Yeah. Which shout out to how they made this set. I can tell being a person that loves classic old school horror, like the Vincent Price era and the Bela Lugosi and the Boris Karloff. And that speaking of those scenes, so like Freddy and Velma were kind of stuck in a pendulum type of situation.
oh yeah,
And more and more, as they keep on, going, the pendulum keeps swinging more back and forth, getting closer to them. And with Daphne being on this horror thrill ride, if it didn't stop on time, she would have gotten impaled, on the ride. And then with Shaggy and Scooby, basically you got strangled or probably even consumed by during the food. The irony of that scene was Shaggy and Scooby. They love to eat. Well, now the food is attacking them on the ride, and it kind of
and then it was fake too.
It was fake too.
The food was fake.
Because you didn't hear it unless you caught it. Scooby ate a piece and he said, "This is plastic."
Yeah, well, it's plastic.
And he was back. This is plastic.
And
Plastic. And that's whenever Scab was.
And there's a funny scene while they were still there. They say, and Shaggy brought up like, "You drink out of the toilet," and Scooby say, "So do you?" Like, we don't need to know that.
Yeah.
And there are some things in this world that are better left unsaid. Some things in your life are better left unsaid, and we don't need to know that.
There's a few little scenes, like a Scrappy scene.
oh,
Scrappy. Okay, when he came in.
that, and also before we get to Scrappy, and I'll never forget this scene, because now it's all coming back to me. I might be a little off the order, but the scene where they're on the television set.
Oh, you're talking about that?
Daphne, Shaggy, and Scooby.
Yeah.
And then Daphne walks in on Shaggy and Scooby having a fart and burping.
That one, yeah.
Oh my goodness, that was like,
and then right in the poor girl's face,
and she just walks right into it.
Well, if I was Daphne, I would say not only like we're here to solve a mystery. I'll say both of you guys have disgust me right now. Jeez, you disgust me.
Yeah, that would be, and then it gets a big.
And I just walk off with an attitude.
We would have.
I would just walk off with an attitude.
So, my last conclusion, I thought if you, of course, our usual 10 out, 0 out of 10, I'd say it was about a 7, but that was because there was a little bit more cringe, but that's in all. Scene-wise, pretty good. I'd probably say about 8, but acting-wise, about 8 because
They said the whole movie or just the
but now the whole movie, I'd say it was about 8 because there was a lot of cringe movies for me. I mean, cringe spots.
They say,
Yeah, that I didn't like. But the acting, as I said, was 8 out of 10 because Shaggy was really good. His acting was really good.
Yeah.
And Daphne, along with, all of them were really good. But, they did have their little moments, but other than that, they did a good job. So, that's my final decision, so.
I didn't know if we were going to go a little further in the movie before giving the final decision. Y'all been going to put my final rating on it, or do we still want to go scene by scene?
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Or like scene
let's kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, so like we mentioned about Scrappy. Yeah, basically, they showed a flashback of him.
Yes.
Yeah,
and there's a part when they gave Velma a break by a guy finding her to see what she's been up to.
And she was the one telling the story there.
Yeah.
But now, like I say, at first I did not like the fact of Scrappy being the villain, but you think about the whole movie, just not saying that it had changed anybody's perspective on it, but but we're more understanding toward because
Scrappy.
Because the gang was all kind of tense with each other, and we're trying to get back together. But apparently, when Scrappy, thank you.
You're welcome. I don't want it.
Oh, okay. So apparently, in Scrappy's case, he was also mad with them, and they actually teased this before the movie with the Cartoon Network bumpers. Anybody ever watch those?
Yeah.
They had one where it was like, well, "Who are you?" I'm Scrappy Doo. I've been here for a long time. He was. He just had kind of lost it there.
I saw that.
So in a way, again, James Gunn did some homework, and and then you add in what made him the villain, which was the Damon-itis. That it probably what it did. Because the other gang didn't encounter this. That's why they were able to come back together. But he encountered Scrappy wherever he went. He encountered this, so it probably was with like Black Suit Spider-Man or Electro, like they lied to you. They hate you.
It's like the voices in
right. That's what probably led Scrappy to
be in that darker.
Persuading
him or using his anger to
So
we'll do this my bidding.
Exactly.
Type of situation. Kind of like Tommy.
So it was kind of understanding a bit there how that led. It does kind of fit in with the story.
It does.
And like I say, so in all of that, pretty much kind of wrapping it to that, Scrappy Doo.
I didn't really like him as a villain at first because I was just ticked off because it was Scrappy Doo.
I wasn't.
But then when I saw the movie, it made more sense.
Yeah.
Why he became the villain.
Yeah.
I mean, but I never really was a Scrappy Doo fan, so.
And I'll say this, because when I was a kid, it was like I love Scooby, I'm alright with Scrappy. And I think because a lot of fans might not be too fond of Scrappy in general, they say, okay, instead of making him a quote unquote irritated, a good guy that you barely like, let's just go and swing the pendulum into making him a villain. I think that was that fan service
that James Gunn was probably trying to cater to.
And to me, it worked because, like you say, when they showed the flashback scene, it kind of hinted on it, but I'm thinking, okay, well, it must not be him. It must actually be Rowan Atkinson or Mr. Bean, who was just, the villain. Like, it's just solely him. But to have Scrappy do that, I really agree with that decision because it's like it made Scrappy bigger than what he was. Because imagine if he wasn't the villain. He would really be ignored now. Nobody would even think about
Scrappy. Blend in.
He was just he would actually be worse than that because it's like he wasn't even the most beloved in Mystery Inc. So he'll really be like 10 to 15 paces back.
Yeah.
But for him to go into this revenge mode, okay, I encountered this Damon Ritus, now I'm going to take revenge on the team that kicked me out. I thought it was really a great move to do that because now it's like, now I'm going to give you a reason to hate me type of thing.
Yeah.
Well, Scrappy as the villain, it's almost like Scrappy's comeback because Scrappy usually be the character that is always annoying, and that you despise.
Exactly.
But we have a reason why Scrappy became a villain because he was mistreated by the Mystery Gang.
Mm-hmm.
They threw him out of the van.
Exactly.
And then years had passed. He may have discovered that Damon Ritus somehow, and he transformed into a totally different person, which is a villain.
Mm-hmm.
And it can also happen in reality too. If you mistreat people, you could become a villain yourself.
That's right.
And not really.
I admit I've been mistreated several times that in my mind I want to hate the person.
I agree with you, and I'm going to tell you one of my favorite villains who sometimes I don't even really think he's a villain, but just very misunderstood. We're going to go to Marvel here. Magneto.
Oh yeah, because him and Professor X, they were Martin Luther King and Malcolm X.
That relationship between them two.
Yes.
Like brothers.
Yep.
And
I think Malcolm X was first and then Martin Luther King.
Not Professor X, sorry. At a moment. There that he always is trying to get him back.
Always trying to get him back, and it was like.
But at the same time, they kind of always, whenever they see each other, they have that brotherly look.
They were like brothers.
Like the movies I've seen, that they've made with X-Men, I love them.
Mm-hmm.
I love them no matter what. I mean, there are a few that, but just seeing it's pretty cool.
Yeah. But no, just coming off of that, it's more understandable when someone's been hurt and someone's been burned. It's like, okay, you did all this to me. I might as well go and turn to the dark side now, and you'll truly appreciate me. Which, let's think about it. When his Scrappy's stock as a character grew just by being a lead villain, because you never really would have thought Scrappy Dappy Dude
would do that.
Would do that. You think he's just a little irritating runt, but he actually leads a cult on an island that could soon, if he's not stopped, take over the world.
He saw it, and I think he sort of became that style of doing, like they kind of set up things for other movies in the future that not just from James Gunn, but even other directors and stuff like that. What was I about to say? Or even TV series like you mentioned once about the A Squad and SPD when they became evil.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, or even if you were just to look at, of course there was A Squad. There were other characters. Tommy originally in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Controlled by Rita Repulsa.
Exactly.
Same thing with Kat when she came in. Just throughout, multiple series. When you see someone turn bad, it's different when a character is possessed, like say the Phoenix, or someone who's just downright evil, like say Apocalypse or Darkseid. We talk about Marvel and DC here, or even the Psycho Rangers, because they were just purely bred evil.
Exactly.
And then there's a difference between someone who's hurt and chooses out of anger, not really because of hate, but off just wanting revenge, like Magneto or like Scrappy in this course. It put more depth. I think everybody's character traditionally in the story
more depth in them.
Had more depth. I think the one who had the least amount of depth or evolution was Freddy, and I think that's only for the mere fact of he was already the appointed leader, but I feel in writing they could have fleshed him out and gave more
just a little bit more
of backstory. You know, why is he put on these airs, and it's kind of somewhat of a glory hall because each member of the team is essential because physicality wise, Fred and Daphne are your top two. Your planner and your brainiac is Velma. Yeah. And then you look at the courage that Shaggy and Scooby, who technically would be considered the cowards, are now gaining more bravery. It's like by the end of this movie, and I'm not going to give my rating yet, I'm just kind of rounding it out. By the end of this movie, every character is more rounded out. The team is more rounded out, multifaceted. Each character has brains, courage, brawn, strategy.
They can hold their own.
And they all can be the victim.
Yep. And of course, Scooby.
But I just want to state.
And they cannot function without just one out of the other.
Yeah, they all can
they have to function together.
That's right.
I just also want to state when you were mentioning about villains and how you gotta think on their backstory too. You gotta think on no matter what you watch in the movies or what. Some could be just, as he said, revenge. But there's others who might have lost someone and just gone pure evil. I'm not going into details, but someone, and sometimes it's just
like that.
And you try to get them back, but they don't want to come back.
Right, because sometimes they're too far gone.
But like with Scrappy, it's just he got, in a way, how I feel like he just got ran over by all these comments all the time, and it just whenever they kicked him out, it got to him and he snapped him within that time. But then them part from each other. He wanted revenge and didn't think on the fact that I could have gone back with him, but he was Scrappy, and that the personality didn't change.
Would have been nice if he did get a redemption arc.
That's what that would have been a
but
good
they never
idea.
got one.
Yeah, that's, like maybe if in the second movie it would have been nice if they had like they trying to figure out how we gonna find out who this is, and they maybe like Batman would see somebody like the Joker or something like that. And Scrappy might would have known this person or something.
Like Scrappy kind of slowly creeps back into the group, but they have to trust him because, and I'm talking about like the second movie, if they would have did it, they have to trust Scrappy because he has already turned to the dark side. If they want to fight off these other villains, these other monsters that are unleashed, which is the name of the title, Scooby Doo Monsters Unleashed, then that would have been his big redeeming arc if they had chosen to.
Right. Yep. So with all that said, definitely, like I say, besides being, only because it's a different rise up, but I am understanding of the direction and can appreciate, the vision. I definitely go with an 8 out of 10 there. Because like I say, it's sort of like, like I said about Transformers Age of Extinction, it's not, it wasn't the story that I was really excited about, like, turning out about, but I was like, okay, but I kind of get it because, they explain what was going on and stuff like that, okay. Right. So I could definitely get behind why, oh, well, you like it, okay, but I get the story now, So that, it's kind of like that there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I definitely, but it's definitely, definitely would check that out. 8 out of 10 for me there.
Did you want to do Queen?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you want?
Go Queen.
Oh yeah. Well, my rating, for my rating, it'll be, I'll say 8.5 out of 10. The good parts about this movie is they got the characters right, especially the way they dress. They are show accurate with the way they dress. And they also have Scooby's and you can also understand Scooby of what he's saying,
Mm-hmm.
and it's also funny too of what he says.
Mm-hmm.
You can easily understand him and get a good laugh at the same time.
Yeah.
And let's just say the CGI is cool, even though, despite the time period, it's still
Yeah.
cool compared to now. But with the CGI,
Yeah.
CGI now, it looked more realistic now.
Yeah.
But with the CGI back then, it's more obvious because you really could tell it is CGI.
Yeah.
But the special effects are still cool. And I like the part when they gave Velma a break,
Yeah.
that she came out of her comfort zone.
Yeah.
Same goes with the other characters, getting out of their own comfort zones.
Right.
Even Shaggy himself finding a love interest.
Mm-hmm.
And I know some people despise Scrappy being the villain.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm kind of mixed of Scrappy being the villain,
Mm-hmm.
but it would have been nice if he did have redemption,
Mm-hmm.
because let's just say he looked like he's the type of person that he wants to fit in. Like you should just let him in and let him be a part of the group.
Mm-hmm.
And if he did be in a part of the group, he would not be a villain.
Mm-hmm.
But they have to have a villain somehow for the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But overall, the humor's far fetched, and
Mm-hmm.
and then despite the cringeworthy moments, an 8.5 for me. Yeah.
So,
And it never disappoints anyone, especially loyal fans.
Yeah.
well, I'll say, I'll speed and time up through all the rest of the scenes, from a big attack scene with the evil monster creatures.
Oh, yeah.
The Scoop, there's no such thing as boom, and the big old crash, monsters, and everybody gets kidnapped to the seeing the big cult in the little tomb area that they were in.
Right.
That was a great action scene. Find out that
Made me think of Haunted Mansion.
Haunted Mansion, exactly. And other movies with like island-based movies, which I love the color scheme of the movie. I love the sets. From the great choice of making it a summer vacation vibe, because I went to the movie theater to see this June 2002. It was me and my uncle, God rest my uncle's soul, took me to go see it. I remember the Dairy Queen commercial where they was like promoting all the toys and the kids.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But great decision to make it a summer vacation gone bad type of thing.
I thought it was spring break when I saw
Yeah,
it.
spring break.
Well,
Yeah.
spring break mixed with summer.
Summer
It could be either
vacation.
one.
Either one.
Yeah.
Just having been in that tropical climate, make you're
Make you
going
think
off
of
some,
summer.
make you think of something. Just going off somewhere. To sticking to old school traditional Scooby Doo tropes, to fleshing out everyone's character, giving Velma and Shaggy love character,
Love interest.
love interest. Making Daphne evolve more into a fighter and taking on a luchador wrestler, which I love that scene because I'm a big wrestling fan, so that was a great tie-in. To Freddy not only getting caught himself and actually being vulnerable, he grows and evolves and comes back stronger because he's still whipping and fighting and taking on people with like a little ricochet, knocking the old dude out.
Oh, yeah.
Having Damon Ritus controlled and still having that affection with Daphne. They embrace and actually kiss at the end of the movie. All that wrapped up, and even Scrappy being the villain and saying, I would have gotten away with it too, and if it wasn't for you lousy son of a boom, and they closed
And
the
then
door.
Yeah.
That was another one
Sort
that
of
was
like a Sailor Mouth there.
Sailor Mouth type of thing. To them eating the peppers at the very end and the smoke coming out of the
You know where else they did that pepper eating contest?
where?
Zombie Island.
Sure, and that's another thing too. It was
A reference to Zombie Island.
It was a reference to Zombie Island. It was a lot of Zombie Island, which is one of my favorite animated ones because it fit that tone perfectly, especially Louisiana too. So that was right on.
They got dark.
It got dark. The perfect blend of fan service, sticking to traditional storytelling, putting your own mix, and being bright and colorful and dark at the same time, knowing when to be serious and knowing when to be comedic. It has its cringe moments, but some moments are like raunchy, like good adult fun, and then some is like, whoa, where did this come from? I rate the movie, and the soundtrack too, I rate the movie a 9 out of 10. I'm giving it the highest rating. I might be a little biased with it, but I think
That's why she put 0.5.
0.5.
8.5.
8.5. I say 9 out of 10. I think the only thing that keeps it from being a 10 out of 10 for me, and it's very, very close to that, sometimes I'll bump to 9.5 depending on some things I see, is certain scenes should have been kept in. The intro,
Yes.
I think should have been kept in. That would have been even like a big greater respect
Exactly.
to the original story. Some scenes, were a little raunchy and lewd, but I think you would have gotten more of an explanation of why certain things happen. There's a scene where they get Daphne gets possessed. One of the characters get possessed, but they cut off. They don't show her getting possessed, but you wonder what's going on.
Velma.
Well, I think it was Velma. When they cycle the souls out. But there's right there. If y'all watch that movie, there's a little spot where they don't. One of the characters, I believe it was Daphne though, because I know we knew Velma got possessed. But it was one of those, they were swapping souls. You remember the scenes where they were swapping the different souls
all
in
the
spirit.
different ones, yeah.
But at one point, it got confusing because they cut out a particular scene. I cannot remember, I think it was between Velma or Daphne. But either way, they did not show them get possessed or anything. I think it was Daphne's more so. It could be Velma or Daphne. I've looked back at it.
I mean, I think I mentioned earlier it was Velma.
It was Velma.
Because
it was Velma.
There was a shower scene.
It was a shower scene, Velma. So you're right, it's Velma. Because I remember when it came out of Daphne, Velma went to the blinds, opened up the windows, and that's when the monster evil spirit came out. So yeah, so it was when when Velma got possessed, they didn't explain that. So at one point you kind of lose track of who.
Right, she's just possessed.
Yeah. But all in all, and then I love the soundtrack too. My favorite song there would have to be "Bump in the Night."
I thought you was gonna say the freaks come out at first.
You know, when freaks come out at night, I heard that one, but there's my favorite song in the movie, which has got a lot of great songs. Yeah, about it, man. I'm not gonna sing it, but there's when they are running around, they on the motorbike or something like that. But my favorite is when they escape the castle at night. The song's called "Bump in the Night" from All Stars. You cannot run, you cannot hide. I'm like, y'all should have kept that going. I had to find the song.
Well, the soundtrack is cool.
It is.
Well, I like the original Freaks Coming Out at Night better.
Yes.
The one in the movie it's okay, but the original's better.
They should.
They should have kept. They should
the one that had to turn into the wolf.
Yes.
Instead of the current.
Exactly. But all in all, I give it a 9 out of 10. That was probably. It's one of my top 3 favorite childhood movies ever. Right along with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and I'm trying to think of the third. But yeah, that's where.
So yeah, you heard up there. It was, as I say, definitely a movie worth checking out for Scooby fans there.
Yeah. Oldie, but a goodie.
Oh yeah, definitely, and then like what she said about the CGI, I think it fits for the movie because it definitely gives it that cartoony feel.
Yes.
Yeah, while still being what it is.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, the obvious.
Right.
Somebody's blasting their music, so if y'all hear that.
Oh boy. Sound.
What's new, Scooby? Yeah.
Well, this new music's hard to hear.
Round it up.
So yeah, we're gonna rather kind of do us a little something extra on the side. You'll see when we get it. Like I say, nothing else said. Definitely like, share, and subscribe there. Get our available books and support us on Patreon, just like Iceman does there.
Like and subscribe.
Exactly.
Turn on that little notification bell.
That way you can know when this stuff coming out.
That's right.
And definitely hang out with us on the live stream, Discord, Facebook, especially us, because whenever we pop up on our channels.
That's right.
Yeah. And like I say, that we can even sell each other some stuff on that McCary app, make us some little extra change.
That's it.
Yeah. So that, as I say, a zoinks and jinkies.
That's it.
Yes.
Zoinks!
Jinkies.
Yeah, well, don't get me started if you jumped them here to catch you.
Alright.
Let's see you guys.
See you later.
Alright, bye everyone.
Happy Halloween.
See y'all next time.
Oh yeah.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
We'll gather together next year.
Yep.
That's it. Till next time. Wait a minute. How did the movie go? Where they had the big high five?
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah, we gotta do the 1, 2, ready? Woo!
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
There we go.